Yo, what would you do if your creepy neighbor installed cameras pointed straight into your house? 'Cause that's exactly what happened to me. And trust me, this dude picked the wrong person to mess with. By the time I was done, he wished he never touched a single screw on those cameras. Let me tell you how I flipped the whole situation right back on him. I always thought my neighborhood was the kind of place where people waved at each other, where kids rode bikes, where you knew your neighbor's dog by name. But that illusion shattered the morning I walked outside and saw a gleaming black security camera mounted on my neighbor's roof, angled downward, directly at my living room window. At first, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was just a weird angle. Maybe it was for his backyard. But then I looked again, and noticed 3 more. One pointed at my driveway, another aimed right at my bedroom window, and the last mounted lower, staring straight into my backyard like a silent, unblinking eye. A chill crawled up my spine. Something wasn't right. That's when my neighbor, Mr. Daly, walked outside, pretending not to notice me studying his new tech setup. He moved with this stiff, mechanical energy, like a man who lived just a little too comfortably with paranoia. "Morning," he said flatly. I swallowed. "Hey, your cameras, they appear to be pointed at my house." He shrugged. "They're for my safety." I forced a smile. "Sure, but the angles. Nothing illegal about it," he snapped, turning away before I could finish. That was my first red flag. But the real nightmare started that night. Because when I closed my curtains and tried to sleep, I saw it. A faint red blinking light across the yard, blinking right at my bedroom window. It wasn't paranoia. It wasn't imagination. I was being watched. The next morning, I reached out to the HOA. Their response? "Unless the cameras are physically on your property, we do not intervene." Translation: you're on your own. So I called the police. They said the same thing. And just like that, I realized no one was coming to help me. That's when I started noticing small things. My trash cans were moved a few inches from where I left them. My mailbox flag was up even when I never touched it. Footprints near the side of my house where no one should be. Every day, those cameras stared into my life. And every night, my anxiety grew a little more. One afternoon, I caught Daly standing on his porch, holding his phone horizontally, almost like he was watching a live stream, watching me mowing my lawn. He didn't look away. He didn't pretend he wasn't doing it. He simply stared, eyes cold and blank. I realized then that this wasn't about security. It was about control. I needed answers. So I went digging. I started with the HOA archives, public records. What I found chilled me to the bone. This wasn't the first time. Daly had filed 16 complaints in 3 years, all against different neighbors. Noise violations, parking violations, suspicious activity, property violations. But not once had anyone ever seen him outside his home when these suspicious acts were reported. The pattern was clear. Daly watched people. Then he reported them. Then he waited for chaos. My stomach twisted. I was living next to the neighborhood's self-appointed surveillance officer. And now his lenses were aimed at me. That night, I sat on my back patio, listening to the hum of crickets, and the faint mechanical whirring coming from across the fence. His cameras were adjusting, following movement. Following me, I had 2 choices: be scared, or fight back. So I chose the second. But I didn't confront him again. Not yet. Because if there's one thing I've learned, when someone is obsessed with surveillance, the only way to beat them is with their own game. And that's exactly what I plan to do. The next morning, I walked into the local hardware store and bought 4 high-definition cameras, but not for spying on him. My cameras were pointed at my property lines only. My driveway, my fence, my side yard near his house. Legally perfect angles. Everything above board. Because I didn't need to watch him, I just needed to catch what he was doing. And I didn't have to wait long. 2 days later, at 2:43 a.m., motion alerts pinged my phone. I opened the feed, and my heart stopped. There he was, Daly, standing on my property line, reaching over the fence, adjusting one of his cameras for a better view into my backyard. He looked around nervously, then leaned so far over the fence that his chest was hanging into my yard. The footage was perfect, clear, undeniable. He wasn't just invading privacy. He was trespassing, and that made everything different. The next morning, I walked straight to the police station. No anger, no fear, just a USB drive in my pocket. The officer reviewed the footage 3 times. "Yeah," he finally said, "that's trespassing and harassment. You did the right thing documenting this." Within hours, an official report was filed. But I wasn't done. I sent copies of the footage to the HOA board. And suddenly, those same people who ignored me 3 weeks ago were emailing, calling, begging for a meeting. The video had spread like wildfire. By the afternoon, the entire neighborhood knew. And for the first time, people came forward. He filmed my daughter playing outside. He recorded my backyard birthday party. He logged my car leaving and returning every day. He wrote down our schedule. The image of Daly as a harmless, quiet man was shattered. He wasn't quiet. He was calculating. That evening, HOA board members marched to his front door. So did a police officer. I didn't go with them. I just watched from my patio as Daly opened the door, confused and irritated, until he saw the group. Voices rose. Hands gestured toward his cameras. The officer showed him paperwork. Daly's face twisted. Anger, shock, maybe even fear. Then, something I'll never forget. One by one, he removed the cameras, unscrewed them, yanked out cables, pulled down every last one he had pointed toward any neighbor. That blinking red light that haunted me for weeks, gone. The next morning, the HOA sent a formal notice. Mr. Daly is required to remove all surveillance devices aimed at neighboring homes. He is placed on a 12-month behavioral review. Any further violations will result in property sanctions. For the first time in a long time, my house felt like home again. No eyes in the dark. No silent watcher. No blinking lights. Just peace. And later that night, as I sat on my porch with a cup of coffee, I looked over at my cameras. The ones protecting my privacy, not invading someone else's. I smiled, because sometimes, to stop someone from watching you, you just have to show them that you're watching back.